50 WCTC on Facebook and follow us on Twitter at 1450 WCTC. Jersey Central with Bert Barron.
Think we could listen to the radio or something?
On the new Talk Radio 1450 WCTC.
It's 7:08. Welcome to hour number 2 of Jersey Central on the new Talk Radio 1450 WCTC, the voice of Central Jersey. It is Bert. Good morning to you. Our contest is on the way. I got a pair of tickets to give away to tomorrow's Brothers in Harmony spring concert. It'll be at Robbinsville High School. One pair of tickets, all that's left, could be yours. Stick around for your chance to win. Well, May for melanoma. May is the month where melanoma awareness is presented around the country. And there's a local dermatology network here in New Jersey that is doing something pretty cool about this. They're providing free skin cancer screenings on Mondays at all of their locations throughout our entire state to raise awareness for the disease. They've treated many patients for melanoma and other skin cancers. And ironically enough, including one of their own, one of the nurses at this network called DermOne, she was diagnosed at age 22, and she's here to kind of share her story of the importance of this. So let's get to the Jersey Central Newsmaker hotline. And we have Tiffany Lightner, who is with us here on WCTC. Tiffany, good morning. It's Bert Barron. How are you?
Good morning, Bert. I'm great.
Good to speak with you. And you're a nurse at DermOne, Tiffany?
Yes, I'm an LPN at DermOne. I've been here for a little bit over a year, but I've been with dermatology for almost 6.5 years.
Let me give you an early Happy Nurses Week then, because
thank you.
that's coming up. But share your story and talk about why these screenings are so important.
Yeah, so actually I was working with a provider in Pennsylvania, and no idea that I had a funny-looking mole. I was assisting in surgery, and he's like, "Hey, that looks really weird." I'm like, it's fine. It's normal. It's. I think it's been there." And he's like, "I probably should take a sample of it." He took a sample. Within 4 days, the pathology was back to us that it was melanoma in situ. At first, I kind of brushed it off. I'm like, "Oh, it's fine. It's not a big deal. It can be taken care of." But honestly, the worst thing that you can do is Google on WebMD. It doesn't matter if you're in dermatology or not, and how many times they tell you you should have this treated, you should have skin checks. Anytime you look something up, it's scary. So then, of course, within a week after he diagnosed me, he removed it, and I'm crazy about sun exposure. I constantly, even when I'm going out in the sun, I make sure sunscreen before you go out, reapply it every 2 hours. It's important. DermOne's vision is to create the most initiative, trusted, and clinically excellent dermatology and cosmetic network in the nation. We're dedicated to supporting an unparalleled experience for patients and physicians who care for them. As part of this commitment, we are providing the free skin checks every Monday in May because it is the melanoma month at all of our New Jersey locations.
So this mole or this that was spotted on you, is this something that the average person could look at and tell the difference as to whether it's something dangerous or just something that's you don't need to worry about? This needs to be looked at by a pro, right?
And yeah, it needs to be looked at by a pro. And even with me working in dermatology, I saw the mole for months and months and thought nothing of it. Nothing of it. Melanoma doesn't play by the rules. It's scary because mole one day will look fine, and the next day it can double in size and look really irregular.
Is it something that's painless? Would you wouldn't even know it was on your body, would you?
Yeah, you wouldn't even know it's on your body.
Yeah,
it's scary.
That is scary. Talk specifically about the screening. I mean, is this a literal scan of someone's entire body, like a close inspection of someone's entire body?
It is. Now, the screenings aren't painful or invasive or time-consuming. See, most patients are done with their screenings in just a few minutes. Now, dermatologists are trained to spot potential skin cancers quickly. Every adult should be screened annually. When caught early, melanoma has a 5-year survival rate of 98%. When left unchecked, melanoma can disfigure, even kill you. And now when people think of screenings, they think, oh, this is going to be so painful, it's going to take forever. It's quick. Now even when the dermatologist is doing it, he's looking from head to toe. You're in a gown, but it is quick. You're in with a nurse, you're in with a doctor or a nurse practitioner or a physician assistant. It's not painful. So I think that's when patients think skin check, no, you know what, I'll call back for that. They just brush it off.
Yeah.
It happens more than any
Obviously,
But a
something
lot.
that can't be just brushed off. And what this is, Tiffany, you don't have to wait till summertime to get sunburn or sun exposure. I mean, this time of year, cool, windy, but if you have a bright, sunny day, you could very easily get a sunburn. And I've even heard people say, well, Bert, in the wintertime, you can get a sunburn. This is something you have to be prepared with and be ready to fight against 12 months a year, right?
Exactly. Even when it snows and the sun is out, it's reflecting off of the snow, and you're going to get the radiation.
So you can wear sunblock in December then. There's nothing wrong with that.
Exactly.
See, I like
and
that.
some people think that you slap on sunscreen and you're good for the rest of the day. You should put sunscreen on at least 15 to 30 minutes before you go out and reapply it every 2 hours. That's really important. And people think, I'm good for the day. And even if it says waterproof and you're going swimming,
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't matter. You still should, after you get out of the water, put more on, because even though it's waterproof, it's coming right off still. You're
Wow.
not having that full protection.
You being a nurse, Tiffany, maybe you could answer a question for me that it's one of these things that people think they know or they don't know or whatever. If someone gets a really, really nasty sunburn one year and, it heals, you peel the skin off, it goes away, and you seem like everything's okay, does that one bad incident of a sunburn perhaps have some long-term negative effects when it comes to melanoma and other cancers? Is that possible?
It could. If you had more than 5 sunburns already in your lifetime, you're at more like increased risk for melanoma. It's already doubled, and if you've used the tanning bed, your risk has already increased. And I've even previously a provider, a dermatologist, had said to me, going to the tanning bed and getting burnt in the tanning bed, it's worse than smoking a full pack of cigarettes.
I believe
Which to me was like, I'm not a smoker, but that scared me. I was like, wow.
I see no practical use for a tanning bed, Tiffany. I never have. You want a little
No.
color? Go outside, put some sunblock on, do it the right way. Why would you lay in a bed that's literally going to bake your flesh? I just never understood the
Exactly.
practical
And
application of a tanning bed.
you can go and get the self tanner, like the sun tanner from like the salon, and it comes off in like 3 days, and it still looks just as good.
Maybe if I had one, I would make grilled cheese in it or something, or no, it might be the only thing I could do with it. But
Exactly.
for the place you work at DermOne, locations, you got one that's close to maybe New Brunswick or Asbury Park or Trenton. Where are your close locations in Jersey?
Now, you would probably be the Middletown location.
Middletown is the closest
Mhm.
one? All right. And this is
Yeah.
a free screening on Monday. Do you have to make an appointment?
Let me see here. Honestly, you can honestly just call the
Okay.
1-800-DERM1 number to schedule
Okay.
throughout the month, and every Monday we're doing the screening.
Hey, why not do it? For young people, old people, this is open for anybody, right?
Exactly, and all ages.
All right, good stuff. Where do you stand with this diagnosis that you had, Tiffany? Is this all behind you now, or is this something that you're still kind of fighting through?
It's all behind me now, but it's
good.
still something that every 6 months I have my skin checked. People think that, I've had one skin check, I'm good for 5 years. That's not true. You still should be doing it every year. It's important.
Gotcha. Good stuff. Tiffany Lightner, a nurse with DermOne, thank you for sharing your story. It's potentially a life-saving story for a lot of people, so I want to thank you for your time this morning, and good luck going forward. And this is a great thing you guys are doing with these free screenings on Monday, all right?
It really is. Thank you so much for having me.
My pleasure. Good to speak with you. All right, Tiffany Lightner, she's a nurse at DermOne, and melanoma being recognized in